From the New York Post. They say grinning suspect in United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson's murder seen in newly released pics. The police did not say this was a suspect. So I'm going to hit refresh on this and see if they've changed the headline. Indeed, they did not. The NYPD Crime Stopper said this is a person of interest who was seen staying at a hostel on the Upper West Side. It is not the same jacket. It is not the same backpack. Many people are saying, but wait, I'll just actually show you the photo. Here's the photo of the assassin from Crime Stoppers with the gray backpack, the black hoodie with the mask on. I would say based on this grainy photo, I can't really tell, but let me know if you guys agree. This person looks to be middle-aged. Do you think so?
No, I think they look younger than that.
You think that person looks younger?
He could be younger too, yeah.
I don't. I look at the hands and I see the white, the discoloration, and I say I think that person's probably maybe mid-40s or older. Could be 50.
It is cold outside, though.
That's true, but younger people don't have, so that white on the hands is much more common in older people. I could be wrong. But I look at this, and they're clearly not the same person either way. Literally just not the same person. And everybody saw this and just immediately assumed it was the suspect when the police said it was a person of interest. And this person looks very different. I got to be completely honest.
Looks like a mask to me.
A mask?
Like a CIA mask. You ever seen those crazy latex masks?
Yeah.
Latex masks.
Actually, that
looks like that face looks weird.
And that nose is massive.
Yeah.
No disrespect. I don't know who this person is. If it's just like some random guy staying at a hostel and he's like, dude, stop ragging on my nose. But that could make sense if
he's professional.
Yeah.
He's not been found yet. We know these things have existed for decades.
But you can buy these masks on the internet for dirt cheap.
Yeah. Instagram wants me to buy one all the time. I'm not getting one. I'm not doing anything crazy.
I don't know if it was Luke who bought it. I think Luke bought a muscle suit, silicone muscles. Was it Luke who bought that? It was like a joke and a big fake boobs.
Oh, there was that one. Yeah.
Yeah. There was. And
how could you forget,
dude? And the weirdest thing is someone also bought a pregnancy belly.
That's weird.
That is very weird. I'm like,
maybe that's what he wore to get away.
But hold on.
They do
like
this stuff.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. If you're an assassin. And you've got a backpack on, you just pulled this off. People are saying, I bet he changed his clothes. I'm like, imagine if he was wearing like a muscle suit to make him look bigger. So in the photos, they're looking for a guy. We're looking for a guy who's about 6 feet tall with a muscular build. And then he goes into an alley and he pulls this silicone suit off, shoves it into a backpack and puts on a button up and then like ditches the backpack in a garbage or something.
100%. I really believe that. You can go on YouTube and see a ton of videos of I don't believe in former CIA agents, but former CIA agents doing the mask thing. And they show you how it's effective. There's a lady doing one. There's that guy who's on Lex Friedman's podcast talking about it a while back. And United Health is a giant thing. That's what I'm saying. Like if they were considered like an alt government type giant thing, this is a huge job, whoever it is. And you got to get away. And you're in the New York City, a surveillance state.
Yeah, look at this.
Cameras everywhere.
It's a surveillance.
I just searched for real face mask.
Yeah. Dude, they're crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know that I have an opinion on whether or not that guy was wearing a mask, but like in New York or in New York City, especially at the time of day, like 6:45 in the morning,
right?
Like you can get on the subway. And very quickly, well, that's what he did. He went to Central Park, and you can get on the subway or whatever and get to an airport real quick and
he had a
disappear.
Bike that wasn't like a marked, I guess, city bike. Like they thought it was a city bike at first, and it was another bike.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
Yeah, like this is pretty planned out. I think, and I see these people on like Fox talking about, well, he was not a professional because he went to Starbucks. But what if he had a mask on to throw it off?
I mean, it's possible.
Part of it could be crazy plan.
There was a report today too that he gave a fake ID when he was checking in at the hostel. So I mean,
he stayed at a hostel.
Obviously pre-planned.
Yep. Yeah, they're probably not going to get this guy.
Well, yeah, it was clearly pre-planned.
I mean, there was a bike waiting for him.
Yeah.
Not even locked up. He walked over, jumped on it, and rode away. That's crazy.
Yeah,
so here's where it gets crazy. Part of this story that broke last night was that a message was found inscribed on one of the bullet casings. Listen to this.
Fox 5, Good Day New York, first on the scene. We saw as officers attempted to give this man CPR, those desperate moments. But again, this victim, the man who was shot in the chest, has died. This all happened about 6:45 in the morning outside of the Hilton Hotel right off 6th Avenue. The suspect described as a 6-foot-tall man with a slim build, possibly wearing a cream-colored jacket, black gloves. He took off northbound on 6th Avenue. People who witnessed this situation, there were actually 2 or 3 people who saw it. They said that it appeared that this
I'm sorry. I pulled up the old one. My bad. This is from yesterday. The message actually ended up getting released, and that was the... let me pull up the story here. That's my bad. Let's see. Here we go. I thought I had the right tweet pulled up. It's my bad. Here we go. The message that was scrawled on it was deny, depose, and defend, engraved on live rounds and shell casings. And this is appears to be an allusion to the book Delay, Deny, Defend. Subtitled, Why Insurance Companies Don't Pay Claims and What You Can Do About It. Police are looking at possible ties to the book as well as more general references to the health industry as a potential motive. I got to be honest. Could it be, there's 2 ways to look at it. Depose, deny, defend could be after litigation, deposition. This person was basically advancing delay, deny, defend because he went through something personally or a loved one did. Or is this intentionally trying to mislead people and he actually got the name of the book wrong when he scrawled the message on the bullets because he doesn't actually know what the book is?
I think it's just so on the nose. I don't know, but it's too early to tell, you know? But he was, you know, under investigation. And so when people find out about that and they see the shell casings with the words, everyone's gonna be like, well, that makes sense. But there was so much going on in his personal life and in his business life. It's impossible to know, you know, what's going on.
I mean, I suppose it's possible that it was, to what's it called? I'm losing
red
the word,
herring.
but to get the attention off of what the actual motive was. Deflect. There you go. But I mean, usually I would still consider like the fact that it was written on the casings as a lead to follow.
Oh, you still got to follow it. My gut is saying it's not real. But I don't know. Anything is possible. And I also want to say, I don't think he's the assassin CIA. I'm just saying that he was using possible CIA tactics, as a professional hitman, allegedly, to go about escaping.
He didn't look like, when you watch the video of him doing the actual shoot, he didn't look like he was scared. And if it was like a first time kind of thing, or if it was like his kid was the reason that he was doing it, like the kid got denied or his wife got denied, you'd think that there would be emotion in what he's doing. Maybe he'd shoot him and yell at him or say something. Right. And it was very much like, pop, pop.
There's
that
old
didn't
video.
look like there was any overkill or anything like that. He did what he needed to do and left.
Yeah, cold, calculated, and he bounced.
Not that I know if it was, not like I'm saying
I just watched a lot of Criminal Minds.
So you're an expert.
Yeah. I mean, that's all it takes these days, right?
For sure.
I mean, that does make sense. Like if he's not like super nervous and he's not like fumbling with stuff, he shot the guy. He knew that the gun wasn't going to cycle because as soon as he shot, he didn't do like when I'm shooting, if I shoot and something goes wrong, the first thing I do is tap rack, right? But he knew that it wasn't going to be tap. He knew just to go to right to rack it, right? Like, so.
And having it written on that live casing, knowing that he was going to eject it.
It looks like they were steel casings. I don't know if anyone.
It could be.
It kind of looks like it, right?
Yeah, that looks like it. They do look like they're like a chrome color or whatever, as opposed to like a brass color. But I mean, I don't know because I'm not an expert and I wasn't there obviously, but like it doesn't seem like he was nervy.
The fact that he hasn't been caught yet either means he took his own life or he's completely vanished. Like there was instances from back home up in New York where similar things happened, not to this degree, but a shooting, someone left, they weren't found for a few days and they found the body, floating down the Hudson River or something. So that could be that, or people would be like, well, this could end with a death by cop situation if it was maybe less of a professional, right?
Yeah.
Who got caught quickly. But I don't know, it doesn't seem that way. To do it at that early morning in New York City, outside the Hilton, which I know that area, that's brazen.
Yeah, I mean it was well planned too. It wasn't just.
I will say, but his schedule was very open. Everyone knew where this guy would be for a conference, so like anyone could have access to it. Which would lean to anyone knowing where he was.
We do have some other updates as well. The police stormed a train, the Long Island Rail, 5:30. An extra said they were on the 5:30 p.m. LIRR train to Seaford when the train was swarmed by cops. Officials maintain that although the train tip failed to find the killer, the NYPD welcomed the wave of tips it's received and is offering a $10,000 reward. It's helping, they added. We are following up on every single tip that's come in. Any tip could be the missing piece of the puzzle that ties everything together. I don't think they'll find the guy. I don't think so. Whoa, look at this. Detectives believe phone left at the scene may not be a burner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're saying it might be his real phone.
Wow.
Ooh.
Well, that would be a huge mistake.
No.
It just doesn't add up.
That doesn't seem to track with everything else.
If you're a pro, I mean, come on, dude. The pro IDs somebody who looks like him at a bar, snatches it, leaves it at the scene, scribbles something on the bullets, and it keeps the scent off of you.
Just based on how well everything else was organized, to leave behind a phone seems very out of character for this guy.
Yeah. Yep. It does seem very well planned, and not just very well planned, but very well executed.
I will mention this too, because a lot of people have pointed out that the weapon was malfunctioning. Mm-hmm. Some said, no, he's manually cycling the weapon because he's using subsonic rounds so that it's quieter. Then others said, no, you can look. It looks like it's malfunctioning. I want to stress, and I think most gun people know this, the average person experiencing a malfunction doesn't know what's happening. For him to fire and then quickly cycle the weapon means he understands what a malfunction is.
Mm-hmm. Was it a World War II type like remake or something?
No,
I saw that in an article earlier.
People were claiming that, but there's a bunch of gun tubers who are like, no.
Interesting.
Yeah, some of these guns where you have to manually cycle it.
Yeah, they're sharing all these, like they wrote entire articles on how it was a World War II gun. Like that was a clue.
Look, I own guns, but I'm not a gun expert by any means. And I've been to the range with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And when there's a jam, they're clueless. And they're like, I don't understand what's happening. What do I do?
Right.
Or there's like 4 or 5 different things that it could be, and you go through a variety of steps before you finally get to the point where you cycle, dry fire, and make sure it's safe. That's like the last thing that you do when you're dealing with a malfunction.
Did he only shoot 3 times?
I don't know.
And then were there only 3? Do we know that?
He was shot 3 times. I
wonder
don't know how many times he actually.
That would also say something, I think, to his expertise.
Yeah, because there are rounds on the ground. There were rounds on the ground that were not spent, so there were actual bullets, and then there were some just casings.
Because the NYPD can't shoot in public.
Remember that story where the guy came out? He was at his office building, and he went postal. He came out, and the cops ran up and just fired wildly. Didn't hit him, but hit 7 random people.
7 people. Yeah, that was outside. I think that was outside of the Empire State Building.
Yeah. It's because they, you know what I was told. The cost of lawsuits the NYPD has to pay out for negligent discharge is less than the cost of training NYPD how to use their guns.
Unbelievable.
But I mean, think about it. You got 30,000 or whatever cops who need to be trained times whatever the training is, and they're like, nah, we don't have that many shootings, and the lawsuits don't cost that much, so just whatever. That's cost-benefit analysis. It's like that scene from Fight Club where he's like on the plane, and Edward Norton's character, Jack, he's like, if the cost of the lawsuits is less than the cost of the recall, we don't recall. And so they know the cars will blow up and do whatever.
Yep.
Wild.
Meanwhile, New York City released their prisons at the beginning of lockdowns. It's Gotham. This is straight up Gotham. And Taylor Lorenz is like a villain from Gotham.
Yeah.
Which one? Which Batman Rogues Gallery icon?
Joker. I don't know. It's hard to know.
Lady Joker?
Yeah, she says she's not Harley Quinn. She's cooler. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, she might be. I understand people might get mad because they like the character of Harley Quinn, but that's probably the best analog. She's just mentally unstable and dangerous.
Right. She gets afraid if someone approaches her, but by all means, post pictures of people you don't want to.
No, that's not fair. She's too old to be Harley Quinn. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.